has its share of pop rock bands, but there's only one band who blends the saxy sounds of jazz with the poetry of hip-hop. Inside sat the 6 members of Jip Jop Down to share their steps in starting your own band.
We should go around though. We should go around. It should be 6 steps. We should.
Yes.
It should start
I
with
like it.
Let's start with
I like
and then
that.
we'll end with Bobby.
Wait, 5 steps.
6 steps. 6 steps.
Yeah,
6 steps. 6 steps.
What's the first step?
The first step of what now? What was it?
Starting a band.
Starting a band.
He just tuned in.
Oh well.
30 seconds ago.
Step 1.
Make sure you can take care of yourself individually, as far as playing your instrument or whatever your how should I word this? Just whatever your responsibilities are, just make sure that you have that down. You don't want to get into something and then realize you might be a little in over your head. So, take care of your own. Next step.
I don't know if this is step 2, but this is definitely a step, is making sure you're together with your band and not playing music, hanging out or talking or finding out what people like about music, what they don't like, learning more about each other, and also just chilling, having a sense of camaraderie, because that's why many bands don't work out, I think, is because the camaraderie loses fire, right? And we still have some fire. Still, the coals are.
I like most of these guys.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Can that?
Look at these lights.
Step 3. Connecting on something other than music. Like, for example, we all really are into sports for the most part. We're all in a fantasy league, fantasy football.
I'm not in fantasy football.
That was sort of step 2.
Was that step 2?
That was
step 2?
Step 2B.
Step 2B.
That's not
That was step 2B.
That's good.
It's just like, it's that important.
Yeah.
It's that important.
important.
Fantasy football.
I love how you laugh back and get your last back. I love how you grip from right into the beginning. Listen to the voice you use the phone when you hear the band. I love when you use a lady. I love when you get freaking spin.
Step 3. Now that I skipped
Anyway, step 3.
Yeah, we got 1, 2, and 2B.
Anyway,
Step 3.
Let's do C.
I mean, the whole fan base thing is so crucial. Like, not necessarily, like, you have to have, I mean, we have our friends that always come to our shows and everything, which is bound to happen, but I mean, you gotta have like a group of like 50 people that are gonna come to your shows, like no matter what. Like whether it's on a Tuesday night at Jake's and you don't really want to be there or whatever, but I mean, that's like, if you don't have a fan base, they're pretty much screwed.
4.
Step 4. Step 4, I'd say, above all else, above all technical aspects of practicing and being serious about putting on a good show and structuring your performance, the most important thing I'd say is to still enjoy what you're doing. To still It's still yours?
Yeah, man, I had the conclusion going. I was gonna wrap it up.
Well, she did ask for 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're cutting it off at 4 steps, actually.
I was thinking then that also to like when you guys are, when the group is like planning on doing things, to try and do things that aren't always like comfortable for you, and to just like expand your performance, like always, and always be challenging yourself, and in turn like always be surprising your fan base, because if you got like a stale thing going, then they don't want to see the same thing every single night. So it'd always just be like changing things up and to be surprised.
Yeah, I was gonna say on 5B, but I think you covered it.
5B.
I was gonna 5B it, but Bobby covered it. Yeah, you can't get complacent. You can't ever feel comfortable with what you're doing, because once you do that, you know, other people are just gonna be like, well, I've seen and heard that.
It'll go like try.
Yeah.
Practicing is not one of the steps, though. It's not.
Yeah. Right.
Never.
We'd almost say don't practice.
I mean, you could throw a C in somewhere.
Yeah. Can my step be practice? Actually, can I go back and say practice?